it is actually becoming clearer that the most strongest faction that has high probability of taking over from the Emerson Mnangagwa regime is the faction of retired General Chiwenga. Stand the greatest chance to actually take over from Emerson Mnangagwa because of actually massive military support and because of being the senior military personnel in Zimbabwe. I think I have always said that since 2017, in fact even beyond 2017, Zimbabwe has always been a military state, and it is the military that determines succession. And in this moment, the person with the upper hand to actually take over from Emerson Mnangagwa, I know a lot of people may dispute this. It is none other than retired General Chiwenga. And today on this live broadcast, I'll be taking you through his possible cabinet. It remains a speculation, but let's wait and see when he takes over. Most probably, I think within the shortest period of time, it shouldn't be more than 2 years. I mean, not 2 years, 2 years is too far. It shouldn't be more than a year before he takes over, in my view. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Tonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, retired General Chiwenga stand a great chance, and I can attest to you that we may, of course, not be privy, but I must tell you that already the retired General Chiwenga knows his cabinet, who is going to hold a certain post. And at the moment, from the look of things, they may try also to incorporate the opposition. Political. When I'm talking about the opposition, I'm talking about Nelson Chamisa. They may try to bring him closer and to work with him in the next coming government. And the ulterior motive would be generally to try and resuscitate the economy, and also to try and have an international buy-in of their government, because they know that without bringing in Nelson Chamisa, then it will be practically impossible for them to be supported by the members of the international community. In my humble opinion, I think retired General Chiwenga is definitely going to be the next president, and then the person who is going to deputize him, in my prediction, because these individuals, they would love this military status quo to continue. It may be the second most senior person with, and also it should be a Zipra person to be second in command. I foresee retired General Chiwenga scrapping off the second vice presidency. It may be scrapped, totally scrapped off, and there would be only one vice president. Where do I get this? If you listened to Blessed Geza, he said going forward, how Zimbabwe would be governed if a ZANU-PF president, a ZANU-PF military personnel, let me put it that way, becomes a president, then a deputy must be from Matabeleland and must be from Zipra, taking into consideration their arrangement, the unity accord arrangement, of which it's a disgusting arrangement according to me. I think I've said a lot about this extensively if you research about that. So in my view, I'm of the firm opinion that the person who stand a good chance to deputize retired General Chiwenga would be Valerio Spanda. Remember, Valerio Spanda is supposed to have been retired at the moment by Emerson Mnangagwa. That is the person whom stands the biggest chance to be actually to deputize retired General Chiwenga. Then, the question that may come to a lot of people, how do they put then the opposition in the picture? I foresee, for example, an individual like Nelson Chamisa maybe being given a role of prime minister of some sort, may be created. And the deputy prime minister, Chamisa stands a good chance to be the prime minister, and also, in my view, who is this guy, Job Sikala, also stand a good chance to deputize Nelson Chamisa. I think Blessed Keza has made it clear to the opposition. I'm talking about Chamisa as well as Job Sikala, that if you are waiting for elections in 2028, elections would never actually bring change in Zimbabwe. I think that was mouthful, and that is what I have always shared here. At the moment, we are far from having civilian rule, as long as Zimbabweans fear ZANU-PF to this extent, and we know where that fear is embedded. They have worked actually heavily and hard to create this fear amongst the Zimbabweans. So as long as this fear continues to engulf Zimbabweans, this is going to be the political arrangement going forward. So definitely there may be a mixture of ministers, both from the group of Chamisa as well as Job Sikala. There may be also ministers in key positions. For example, ZANU-PF would not love to share the Minister of Home Affairs, the Minister of Finance. Maybe they may actually give up the Minister of Finance, but Home Affairs as well as the Minister of Defense, they may actually not share it with any political party. So there is high possibility that post Emerson Mnangagwa, there may be a government of national unity. Elections may be delayed. I think that is also the opinion amongst the opposition political party leaders, that at the moment there have to be electoral reforms. But the question is, will the group of Chiwenga allow electoral reforms to be done properly? That also is actually a very, very tricky aspect. It's 90 is to, it's 10%, 10%. They may allow that. 90% they will actually try to prevent anything that may weaken ZANU-PF. In my view, opposition would be brought in to resuscitate the economy. They know that the members of the international community may support the government, which incorporates opposition political parties. Where would be Blessed Keza? Blessed Keza would also be part of the government. He may be given a position within that particular government, most probably a ministry, one of the key ministries. May even be given the Minister of Defense, because of the work that he has done so far to frustrate Emerson Mnangagwa, as well as to delay the 2030 mantra. In my humble opinion, I am of the firm view that already the government of retired General Chiwenga is known. It has been prepared already. It is known who will occupy which position, and I think Chiwenga would try to incorporate as much war veterans, your material, even material. Definitely they will be part of the arrangement. You will try to actually bring all the war veterans together in an effort to strengthen ZANU-PF, not in an effort, in my view, to develop Zimbabwe. I think he has a lot to do, especially retired General Chiwenga, to prove himself to the people of Zimbabwe. that he can be trusted. And he stand an opportunity to build a better legacy for himself. I think for Emmerson Mnangagwa, it has been a serious missed opportunity. He has missed an opportunity to be one of the greatest leaders and to actually sanitize himself from the shadow of Kukuraundi and a lot of political killings that are actually following him. So definitely that is how, in my view, a transitional government would look like. Definitely they would try to forge a transitional government. If they create a ZANU-PF government on its own, then it would be a serious blunder. Chiwenga would be another Emmerson Mnangagwa. He may see revolts within the very shortest period of time. And I'm sure he is very mindful of that, without including the opposition in this arrangement and creating a national transitional authority of some sort. Then he should kiss goodbye to creating a better legacy for himself. But somehow, Blessed Keza has managed to sanitize him, though he has also an ugly history. He has managed to sanitize him. He seems to be commanding a lot of respect, especially to take over from Emmerson Mnangagwa. You see, I always appreciate the truth. Whenever it surfaces, it may not be likable truth, but that is what it is at the moment. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we film live, guess what, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Let me laugh and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the